No. All right. So you guys are all get to see my screen for a second as I accidentally um clicked on that. Hi everyone. Welcome to another Clay at Home. Hopefully this time without audio problems. Uh, Meeting at a later time. You'd think I'd be like more awake for it, but here we are. So go ahead and say hi to me in the chat if you're here, just so that I know who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to anyone, if I'm not just screaming into the void. So today I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to show up because from where I'm looking, it doesn't look like we have basically anyone here. So this will be a very strange live stream if I'm just talking to myself for half an hour. But you know, we will do what we have to. You might notice I'm a lot closer than I have been. I finally got an actual like kind of tripod situation working out. So like I finally have. It's not a guitar stand anymore. That I'm balancing a phone on to use as a webcam. So that's exciting. Technological upgrade for me. Say hi to me if you're in the chat. I know there's some people here. So please let me know who I'm talking to. I'm just talking to my to like an old Motorola phone right now. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my object for today. If I can figure out where to point it. It's this little tiny, like it's very tiny, vase that I got at NCECA when we had NCECA in Pittsburgh. So, that I chose it because it was like such a great memory and it was such a fun time. Me and a couple of people, like quite a few people, shared an Airbnb. Um, we all drove down there with. Well, Corinne did all the driving. Corinne did all the driving, but we drove to Pittsburgh together. Oh, hi Molly, welcome to the live stream. But anyway, and we had gone like as a whole group. We went to. Oh, hi Raymond. Oh, Raymond likes the 4 o'clock time slot. Good. So we had all driven down to Pittsburgh with in Corinne's car, with Corinne doing all the driving, and we went as a group to the Standard Clay factory, and they had like covered all of like every surface. I just remember every surface in that factory was basically just like covered in tablecloths, and the snacks were like everywhere. That's mostly what I remember. So maybe that kind of tells you where my brain is at. But there were snacks everywhere, and then outside they had like one of those mobile raku situations, like in a truck. And so they were doing raku, and you just kind of walked up and took one. And so like, I mean, is it? I like the bottom has been like cut nicely, and is it the most amazing thing I own? Probably not, but it's such a good memory, and that's the whole point. So that's my peek into my collection for today. Because Karen had the day off, and I couldn't. Well, I didn't text her because it's her day off, so I didn't want to bother her. We're looking behind the veil here. I have no idea what to talk about because usually I brainstorm with her, or she just tells me something useful to talk about. So instead, oh, hi Janet, welcome. Nice to see you. Instead, I'm just gonna tell you what I've been up to, like cooking wise, and share my new favorite German word with all of you, and that is it's Kummenspeck. So that means just let me I'll write it in the comments too. Kummerspeck, also known as it roughly translates to grief bacon, and it's the way, or like the way someone eats when they are in emotional, like either they're like in an emotional state, either stressed or sad. So that I've been meditating and also very much into Kummerspeck recently. Last night I made guacamole with some beautiful mangoes in it, and that was very nice. Um, that it very much reminds me of like my hometown where I grew up. Well, it's not a town, it's a city, but it reminds me of Phoenix. So that was good. I've also been I just got a stand mixer, which is very exciting. I had been hand whipping cream this whole time, and I made like a cake. The bread is gonna explode out of the house, so I'm gonna need people to start doing drive-bys soon and picking up loaves of bread. If anyone's got any questions or wants to tell me what you've been up to, like cooking wise, just write it in the comments. Oh, today also I have this beautiful. This was made by Emma Kay. If y'all should remember her. Um she was a work exchange. And she made this for me, and it's absolutely, I love it. Um I'm usually not into like blue, like celadon glazes or anything like that, and I think this is actually oxblood in oxidation, which is probably why I like it. But I usually don't like this color blue, but for some reason I really like this cup. Oh, Raymond saying mangoes and chili peppers. No, it was just so my recipe. I don't like any spice really. It's not that I don't like spice. I can't really eat spice because of a traumatic incident involving my tongue leaving my mouth completely as a child. But we won't get into that. So it's no chili peppers or anything in it. It was like 4 avocados, one champagne mango, which I think is like the superior mango, um, in my personal opinion. Half of a red onion. I almost put a whole red onion in, but then that would have been like overwhelmingly oniony. And then just salt and pepper, and it's just like it's not like a flavor explosion. I don't think guacamole needs to always be a flavor explosion. It's good on chips, but like it also will play really nice if you like want to make fajitas or tacos or anything. Janice says I love it. Are you talking about the cup? Thank you. Yes, I love it too. My favorite thing um about this cup is actually the fact that it has like this groove that just my hand just perfectly sits on. Like there's like a little finger shelf. I really like it. Oh, Janet's comfort food is chicken fajitas. I feel that. I feel like every time you like order fajitas though, like out of the like at a restaurant, they have to turn it into this like spectacle, like this crazy show, and it's just like just give me the fajita. Like don't make it the fanfare. The really hot sizzling plate, and like you can hear it before you can even see it. It's like makes me embarrassed to order fajitas out, but they are like for real one of my favorite modes of getting guacamole and sour cream into my mouth would definitely be fajitas. Um yeah, and then what? Oh yeah, so I also made ginger ale. So I had I bought I ordered too much ginger is what it comes down to. I had gotten I'm using like a food distributor right now to deliver food to me, and they like some things are weirdly in bulk and some things aren't. So I made a ginger bug because I just had a lot of ginger to work with, and I've just been feeding it, and then I made some like ginger tea essentially and mixed it with the bug. So that's now sitting on my um counter, hopefully carbonating. I don't know. I haven't checked, but I don't. You don't want to open those bottles too soon, or it won't. Um, there won't be enough gas in there to compress. So, uh, I had someone tell me that, or ask me. Oh, Janet's asking what a ginger bug is. Ginger. You'd be sorry you asked, Janet. So a ginger bug is like a sourdough starter. You're basically cultivating a colony of like yeast and bacteria that are going to then ferment something. So like with a sourdough start, you have basically like your culture is like, it's yeast, it's wild yeast from the air and from your countertop and whatever, but and you mix like water and flour to feed it every day. A ginger bug is the same except for the flour. It's ginger and a little bit of sugar and water, and so like you're trying to cultivate there are naturally occurring enzymes on the surface of the ginger, like in the skin of the ginger, and naturally occurring like colonies of yeast and bacteria. So you're trying to cultivate those to a population level so that you could like carbonate things. So like it's basically how you would make beer too, except you would need a lot more. And I feel like it would take a lot longer to get it like going. So that's what a ginger bug is. It's essentially a starter but for like ginger products. Although you could make like root beer with a ginger bug too. I mean, you can make basically any soda you want with it, or just ferment it and drink it for its like probiotics and all that. I'm amazed I don't have like a fruit fly infestation or something, because there sure are there sure are a lot of things fermenting on my countertops these days. Um, I also made black garlic. That was in a rice cooker though. So that's like that I learned is not fermenting though. That is really slow and low cooking it for weeks until the sugars break down so far. It's the Maillard reaction. It's the same thing that makes caramel what it is. Um, Breaks it down so much that like that now that garlic, it doesn't really like bite. It's more like the sweet and earthiness of garlic. It really like shining through now. So that's kind of what I've been up to, you know. So with my making like muffins and pancakes with my sourdough runoff, and of course like making bread basically constantly. I also made like a strawberry rhubarb jam, and that is absolutely delightful. I don't know if like I'm kind of like subconsciously preparing for the end of times or something, because I've been really into making bread and preserving food by fermenting or turning it into jam. I don't know. I don't know if there's something happening there, but, but that's what we've been doing. I also found a source for prickly pears, which is very exciting for me. So I have not had a good prickly pear based dish since I've left Arizona. We used to have um um a like a prickly pear cactus in our backyard, and you would just put on some really thick gardening gloves and walk up to it and pull the pears off, and then soak them overnight to get the spines out of them, and then you'd like skin them, and then you could turn them into like jam or whatever you want. I mean, prickly pear syrup that you like put on basically anything, jam. You could like, a lot of people like make it into like cakes and things like that. It's just like endless possibilities, and so I'm very excited to have that back. I can hear my cats destroying my house. Like they know for the next, like for another 15 minutes, I basically won't be moving, so they can like do anything and just destroy my entire life. Raymond says yeast eating carbs produces CO2. That's right. So the carbs in a sourdough would be the flour and the breaking down the glucose in the flour, and then the carbs in a ginger bug would be that you put sugar in it straight up. And then your ginger, the difference between like a ginger ale and a ginger beer, in my understanding, is like how long you let the sugar get consumed. So you'll either end up with like a gingery soda, or you end up with like a yeasty tasting beer that's got ginger bite to it. But yeah, this has been a nice unorganized like rambling situation so far, so that's good. Yeah, so that's mostly what I'm looking forward to. Is doing something with those prickly pears. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Outside of that, I have thankfully started working in clay again. I thought I would take like a claycation. Oh, hi, Chuck. Welcome. I thought I would be taking a claycation at this point in time. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be. When it first started, I was like, it's gonna be a month, and then like I'll go back into it. And so now knowing, now where we are at with everything, I thankfully have Josie to deliver some of my stuff to me. So, oh, you can see my cats running and attacking each other in the background. Wait, oh, where's Punk? There he is. Look at him being a little jerk to his brother. Are you being mean? Huh? Alright. So so Josie brought me like clay and my underglazes and all that, so I'm getting back into it. Did any of you go to the First Friday stuff? Because I got like pretty inspired by those saffron cups. Oh, Janet, thank you for saying Punk is gorgeous. He is. My other one is cute. Little Faye. He's got a face a mother can love, that's for sure. But anyway, I don't know if any of you went to the First Friday stuff, but I was super inspired by this. And this, you know what? There was a benefit too of the First Friday happening how it did, because we got to see the saffron like cups and kind of have more of like a lecture talk thing, and I really like that because I don't really enjoy talking to people in like large crowds. With like a whole bunch of people milling around, and then like like someone leaves and some new person comes up, and it's like it gets like exhausting. But this was more like 4 little lectures, and you like learned something at each one, and I very much enjoyed that. That First Friday that we did, and that was put together by Craft Now, so that was pretty great. And I realized that I had been not going to the Center for Art and Wood enough. So I will definitely be frequenting that place more once everything opens back up, that's for sure. Oh, Janet says that she loved the Lunch and Learn yesterday. Yeah, um, I watched it secondhand. So I like have been editing all the videos for the Clay Studio that get posted to this YouTube channel. So I saw it for the first time when I edited it and watched it through because I forgot what day it was yesterday a little until it was like 12:30. So I just been like working on stuff and didn't even realize A, what time it was, and B, that that it was like past the time. So that was the first one I missed, and I'm embarrassed to admit that I missed it, and I'm sad that I missed it, but I'm happy that we recorded it. Yeah, and that was with Roberto Lugo, who is like always very cool to see. Oh no! Megan says same here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know. Maybe like I need to get into some kind of Janet blames the bread. That might very well, the gluten may have addled my mind, Janet. You might have a point there. Yeah, my days have been, I'm thinking maybe I need to like start wearing like a certain color on every day, like like red, orange, yellow, green, blue or something, just I can like look down at like a little bracelet or something, just like look down at my wrist and remember what day it is. Every day. Yeah, you know what, Janet? Every day is Sunday is kind of like a perfect motto for right now, because it's almost like, yeah, every day seems like like kind of a day off, but tomorrow I'll have to go to work, and it seems like every single day is we're sitting in that like limbo of like I need to I can't go to bed like too late because I have to go to work tomorrow. Oh look, Punk is trying to destroy the couch. Why don't you show everyone your shame, Punk? Hey, yeah, he has become like super. Maybe I don't know if he's become super destructive, or I just didn't realize how destructive he was until I was around him 24 hours a day. It's probably the second one, huh? I'm trying to get Wizard to come up and say hi to everyone. I might need to just like get up and grab him to bring him over here because he's having way too much fun um, messing with everything else in my house. Oh, Chuck says he's gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, he is very shiny and black and he's got a healthy amount of what he is not gonna starve anytime soon. Oh, you can see they're now attacking each other. Oh, Raymond says that the saffron cups were new to him. Oh, the wood lady's necklace. I've seen her wear that before, like for sure. I'm trying to trick Wizard to come up onto the couch. I have a laser pointer. Do you see it? I don't know if he's gonna come up though. We can only hope. Oh, we might have him in a second. We might get him. Yeah, I very much enjoyed that whole situation. I wish First Friday was more formal lecture and less and less like having to talk to people I don't know. That makes me sound very antisocial, I know, but you know, such is life. Has anyone else been making anything good for like dinner or anything? Today I'm gonna cook. I think for dinner I've got like um a little steaky steak, so I'm going to get that hooked up. Aw, Chuck missed First Friday. Aw, Janet did too? Dang. It was good. I think if that's what we end up doing for, I mean, hopefully not, but if we do it for June, I think you need to definitely, like, get on that. Like, 'cause it was a good time. Um, Molly's been making killer open-faced egg sandwiches. That's what's up. I think I'm gonna try to make English muffins tonight. Well, start them tonight and then finish them tomorrow. So that'll be fun because I haven't done anything with a yeasted dough in a long time. Oh, hi Liz, happy Friday. Welcome. I haven't done anything with like a yeasted dough that is yeasted from like active dry, like I need to use my active dry yeast is what I'm saying, because I've been ignoring that and solely doing sourdough. So it's time to get my active dry yeast on. Raymond says that he woke up today and was completely convinced it's Saturday. Yeah, I feel that, Raymond. I feel that really hard. Um, that I think is just a symptom of being home and the routine not really changing every day. So, one thing that's been helping me is um, trying to do certain activities in certain places in my house. Like, I'm trying to draw in my sketchbook and all of that. Like, I do it in my room, and then my living room has become my workspace. And I like turn the couch while I'm working facing the computer so that because my computer is also my TV. So I've turned my couch to face my computer while I'm working, and then it turns to where it usually is from the hours of 5 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. So that has been that has been a good, I don't know, trying to mentally indicate to myself when it's working time and when it's not. Megan says that their starters were looking great, and First time for bread making this weekend. Ooh, that's fun. I hope you guys have some good luck with that. Don't be surprised if it's a new starter. Don't be surprised if it takes like way longer to double in size or whatever the recipe says. And also the heat and general humidity will play a role. So don't don't despair if on hour 3 you're still not seeing much lift, because it's like, it's a baby. There, Wizard making a dive for something. I think he might be chasing a fly around the house. He's hunted and destroyed 2 houseflies over the last 2 days. I had the front door open for them so they could see, and like a fly got in, and I now know I don't have to worry about those because Wizard will take care of them. Who would have guessed he's such a vicious hunter? Oh my god. They're going to destroy something, like on camera one of these days. So that's very exciting. Oh, Wizard, or Punk, what are you doing? Alright. Jana asked me any murder wasps. No, I'm also not very concerned about the murder wasps because they've been around for like a while now. I mean, this is the first time they've come to the United States, so don't even type it. I know, but like the bees that are endangered in the U.S. are the wild bees population, and oh, there's Lizard. He's so shy. The wild bee population is not really a target for these murder wasps because they're looking to raid nests with lots of larvae. And Japanese honeybees have already learned how to destroy them, and European honeybees have been like crossbred with Japanese honeybees in the States for a long time, as well as like, they're all honeybees, so they have a very similar way of like defending themselves, so they'll be fine. It's actually wild. So let's talk about how a honeybee kills a murder wasp real quick, because I just think it's nuts. So the bees detect the wasp in its nest. So what happens is the wasp follows a bee home, gets intel on where the bees are, and then will fly back to the wasp nest, and then the whole wasp nest will go and like pirate raid the honeybee hive. So when the wasp lands in that nest, the honeybees will recognize that it's not supposed to be there, but instead of attacking right away, scientists have you can watch videos of it, it's nuts, of these bees one will pretend to be kind of sick and woozy, and these wasps who can't resist easy catch to eat and then go back to the nest will pounce on that bee, and once they do that, all the bees will swarm onto it and form a ball, and they start beating their wings. So they beat their wings. I think the wasp's heat tolerance is 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and the bee's heat tolerance is 107 degrees Fahrenheit. So they beat their wings and heat up this ball of bees to exactly 105 degrees somehow. It's nuts. And will slow roast that wasp and kill it before it can go back to the hive. So they have a way of dealing with it. So, and I've talked about killer wasps for too long at this point. It's been 3 minutes. Let's see. Ooh. Raymond made a rutabaga soup? That sounds really good. And into sandwiches? Well, if you want to be at a picnic, Raymond, I suggest getting a little bottle of wine, getting a nice blanket, laying it out on your living room floor, and eating your sandwich on the floor, and then put something on your TV, like some kind of YouTube compilation of nature. Oh yeah, cheddar tomato sandwiches on Jewish wire, you can't beat it. Raymond says if you have a gas oven starters, to be in there. Yeah, so that's true. I mean, you can also just keep them on the counter. It's probably safer that way. There might be someone in this chat who knows the danger of putting a starter in the oven and then forgetting about it, and then turning on your oven without removing the starter. I personally prefer to just keep it, so basically my starter is a little sleepy in the winter and it's more active in the summer. Sometimes in the summer I usually actually put it in my fridge to keep it from getting like out of control and wild. So keep it from like growing to something I can't sustain. All right. So, wow, that's my time. It's been half an hour already. So we're gonna I'm going to, as has become customary, play a song um for everyone. I was like having a hard time remembering like what songs I had played on this stream before and which ones I hadn't. So so I'm just gonna go ahead and play it whatever I want. And if you've heard it before, maybe I sound better or worse, you can let me know in the comments. So we're gonna if you want to sing along, we're gonna go ahead and do a classic, "Take Me Home, Country Roads" by John Denver. If you don't want to listen to that, too bad, because we're going to. Also, so you can look up those lyrics if you want to sing along or anything. And also, I just want everyone to know that in the song it says West Virginia, but they are not talking about the state West Virginia. I just want everyone to be very clear. They're talking about the western part of the state Virginia. In the song, it's mentioned the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah River. Both of those are firmly in Virginia, in the western part of the state. So, so just so you know, when I sing West Virginia, understand I'm talking about the state Virginia, not the state West Virginia. I don't know why that's important to me, but it is. Alright. Alright. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice on the morning hour as she calls me. Radio, should have, maybe I should have practiced that one before I started, but there you go. That's going to be it for me. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Oh, I love the cheering at the end. That that always makes me feel slightly less like embarrassed when I finish singing. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh, Janet says that she sang loudly. Oh, thanks, Liz. Alright, so that's it from me, guys. I hope you guys have a great week, that you stay safe and do something fun this weekend. Thank you, Janet, for singing along with me. I'm just going to say goodbye to everyone I see in the chat now, so, and then we'll end it. So, okay. Bye, Chuck and Molly. Bye, Janet. Bye, Liz. And bye, Megan. Also, bye, Raymond. I see you there. It was great to see all of you. So tune in next week. 4 o'clock's going to be our regular time from now on. So I hope that's cool with everyone. It just works better, for my schedule, so what you gonna do? I have a very busy schedule, as I'm sure you guys know. So, yep, bye to everyone. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.